we are going straight into the practice. We'll simply work on different scale colors. You will see each of these scales sound different, and we will work them all starting from the note C. It's an excellent method for learning different modes, because it forces us to identify the characteristic notes of each scale. Then, I will show you how to apply all this to improve your improvisation. So practical tips will come right after. To help you follow this video better, I took the time to write down all these scales for you. To access them, it's very simple. Click in the first link in the description. It consists first on the note C, then we have D, then E flat, F, G, A, B flat, and C. I encourage you to explore this scale in the low and high register. Have fun, just improvise this with this note and this scale. You don't have to looking for a rhythm or a specific idea. Now let's see what characterizes this mode. We start with a major second between C and D. Then a minor third between C and E flat. This interval gives the scale a somewhat sad feeling. Then we have a perfect fourth between C and F. A perfect fifth between C and G. And then a major sixth between C and A. This is really characteristic from this mode. And to finish, we have a minor 7. Don't hesitate to sing the scale to really hear all the intervals. It's a great way to internalize them. The next mode is the Mixolydian mode. It's a mode you will often find in the 5th degree of a 2-5-1 major progression. We'll see how to apply it later. But for now, let's just discover the scale. It also starts in the note C, since for this video we stay on the keys of C. Then we have D, a second measure. Then E, this time it's natural. It's a major third, which is one of the characteristic elements of the Mixolydian mode. It really gives a different color from the Dorian mode, right? Here's the minor third, and again the major third. Then we continue with F, the perfect fourth, G, perfect fifths, A, major sixth, B flat, the minor 7, really characteristic, and we finish with a C, the octave. Like I said, what's very characteristic in this mode is the 7th. Here it's a minor 7, which differentiates it from a classic major scale, which would have a natural B, thus a major 7th. To help you to hear the difference, here a simple major scale, and now the Mixolydian mode. Again, I encourage you to sing this scale. For example, C, D, E, F, G, A, B flat, C. Then descending. C, B flat, A, G, F, E, D, C. If you can sing the scale, it means you can hear as well, and that's the most important thing. A quick note about ear training. To play trumpet, ear has to guide you. It allows you to know which note you are going to play, even before blowing. It's also what prevents you from using the right fingering but playing the wrong note. And at first, it's normal to don't hear perfectly. But the more you train your ear, the easier it becomes. As for me, I started from very far away. I had a bad ear and no musician around me. But with training every day, step by step, month after month, it comes. So if I could do it, you can too. And that's really what I encourage you to focus on. That said, now we are going to the third mode, the measure mode. This mode is very close to the Mixolydian mode we just saw. I remember the only difference, we have here a major 7th. It's a natural B. So instead of the B flat heard before, we have this B. That makes all the difference in the color of the scale. Again, the Mixolydian scale with a B flat. I will improvise starting with a Mixolydian scale and then the major scale, and you will hear the difference. This is the mode generally played on the second degree of a 2-5-1 minor progression. We'll see how to use it in context later. But first, let's learn it note by note. We start with a C. Then D flat, a minor second. It's the first time we encounter it here. It gives a darker color. Then we have E flat, the minor third. Then F, perfect fourth. And here a very characteristic from the Locrian mode, the diminished fifths. So we play G flat instead of G. Listen carefully to this diminished fifth. It makes the scale unstable, tense. It sounds less solid than a perfect fifth, which is a minor sixth. Then the minor 7 with B flat. And back to C. This scale is very particular. It's really rare to use it as a tonal center, but it's essential in a 2-5-1 context. And finally, the mode called Phrygian sharp 3. This mode has several names. It's sometimes called the Spanish mode, because it evokes Andalusian or flamenco music. It's a variant of the Phrygian mode. The only difference? Here, the third is major, hence the sharp 3 name. So start with a C. Then D flat, the minor second. and immediately we have this very typical color. It's a bit exotic, often used in certain world music. And then the third is major, E natural. So when you play this, it gives a very special color, one you often find in the Middle Eastern music especially. That's because between D flat and E natural, we have what's called an augmented second. Again, it's very characteristic from Eastern music. Then we have F, the perfect fourth. Then the perfect fifth with G. Then we have A flat, the minor sixth. Then B flat, the minor seventh. Again, I encourage you to sing and improvise with this scale. In jazz, there is a very common chord progression. It's the famous 2-5-1. I will explain you, but before, I advise you to keep your scale visible, so it's easier to follow. Remember, the sheet music is in the description. First, you need to know how to build a chord. It is a stack of thirds. For example, starting from C, a third above is E, another third is G, another is B, so a C major 7 chord is C, E, G, and B. These notes can be repeated in all octaves, but these are the ones that make the chord. And about the 2-5-1 in C major. If we stay in C major, the 2 is the chord on the second degree, the 5 is the chord of the fifth degree, and the 1 the chord of the first degree, so C. 2, starting from C, is D, C, D. So we stack thirds starting from D. It's D, F, A, and C. This gives D minor 7. Then the 5 chord. Starting from C, C, D, E, F, G. So we build G7 by stacking the third from G. So we have G, B, D, and F. And finally, the 1 chord is C major 7. C, E, G, and B. So a 2-5-1 in C major is D minor 7, G7, and C major 7. To practice, you can use apps like iReal Pro. It's a great tool and it's quite cheap, very complete. You can loop, transpose, remove the piano, keep just the drums, etc. Typically, we have 4 beats on D minor 7, 4 beats on G7, and 8 beats on C major 7. This is the standard form in jazz tunes, but you can also find 2 beats for the second degree, 2 beats for the fifth, and 4 beats for the first. Now we will play the corresponding mode. On D minor 7, play the Dorian mode starting from D. Notes are D, E, F, G, A, B, C, and D. On G7, play the Mixolydian mode from G. G, A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. If it's too high, you can play lower too. On C major 7, play the major scale in C. To remember, C, D, E, F, G, A, B and C. Next, I encourage you to train with the play-along. Each measure contains 8 eighth notes, so you can play the scale in eighth note. For example, and for a minor 2-5-1. It's the same principle. The second degree, for example in C minor, is D minor 7 flat 5. You can play the Locrian mode on D on this chord. The fifth degree is a G7 flat 9. And you can play the Phrygian sharp 3 mode on G. Then the first degree is a C minor 7. Play the Dorian mode. Take a few days to practice the major and minor 2-5-1. Learn the scales, play over a backing track or metronome, sing them, and internalize them. Once you understand it in one key, you can transpose it in all 12 keys.